to have a side hustle or side hustles as the case may be, or you're scared or you are worried that it could affect the academics negatively. And for young persons who will also become parents in life, would you support, encourage your child or children to have side hustles when they get to tertiary institutions or right from when they're in secondary school? Okay, would you do that? So let's hear from Nigerian students who have this to say concerning side hustles.
The side hustle, I don't call it side hustle, sorry. I call it my own personal business. I'm a chef, a pastry chef, so I produce chicken pie, meat pie, all kind of pie. So I see it's something like I can do and it can grow big. So I produce very early in the morning now. I produce like 50 pies now, 50 for chicken, 50 for meat. So I supply to those skills that has show class already in school. So I make my earnings through there and I go to class as well. So I do not sell, I produce, I just supply to them, then get my money, then I come back, I produce again. I read, obviously I learned it and I love doing it.
No, it's something I've always wanted to do and I enjoy doing it. I'm actually a graphic designer. I want to go and deliver some of my projects. So it's something I enjoy doing, so I don't regret it. It's something that it gives me this kind of joy while doing it, so I enjoy it.
I do part-time teaching in a secondary school. That's just the side hustle for now. Even now, I follow the school timetable, so curriculum here. So it's when there are session or no, everything just with school.
I have a side hustle actually, but I wish to have. So the one I'm aspiring for is graphic design, and I think that's actually the one that is kind of cool as a student.
Actually, I do have a side hustle, but I don't think it's enough for me, but I do have a side hustle. I do have something else in mind. I would like to go into fish farming. It's a side hustle. I feel like skills to get some little money.
I have a couple of side hustles ranging from management and social media marketing to software engineering and graphic design. Well, if it's software engineering and creating visually appealing things, then I can say so. And I do love graphic design, but it's not my main. That choose Jumbo who charges 15 naira than me who charges 500. If that makes sense. No one cares about quality, but it's basically it, yeah.
So I sell person news, I make chin-chins, I sell tank tops, I'm a digital marketer. But just that for some time I stopped because I wanted to balance my academics and everything, so I just stopped for a while. Like ordering the whole thing. So I'm ordering the whole thing, but I just like stopped for a while to be able to balance my academics. I love business. I love money. No, I love money. Money.
Sure, I do. I'm a blogger, so it's been so tough these days. Though.
Why?
Due to the recent Google update, so they derank most of the sites, and I'm part of them too. So focusing on education and side hustle, it's been tough, really.
I believe if you do something else, you not pay attention, and then you might not pass. And their main aim is to pass. They will not listen even if I tell them. Well, laundry. There was a time I worked with a friend and I did pretty well. I'm proud of myself, sir. I do pretty well in the laundry business.
Yes, I do. I have. Yeah, it's what I've always loved to do. I'm into laundry stuff, dry cleaning, and other stuff like that. I'm not also, maybe into clothing, but I'm not that fully into that. So those are the few things I do actually.
Yes, I have two. So I'm a fashion designer and also a hairstylist. So I make hair, I sew. Because
I don't have a side business or a side hustle because currently I need to focus on academics. Then probably when I'm done with academics, I can move on to business.
I have a side hustle. No, not yet. I'm working on other things, but for now, I sell data. That's what I do. So other stuffs, I'm working on them. So not yet public like that. So
I don't have a side hustle. That's because of the stress I'm going through in pharmacy school. So I'm unable to like combine something with pharmacy school. But definitely after school, I'm definitely going to pick up something. If not pharmacy related, then it's something else. So no, I don't.
No. It's because of there was nothing to do. I was a bricklayer. Before I try and gather something, I became a student. I do it once. When it's going to distract me in my academics, I leave it and I continue with my books.
Well, I don't really have a side hustle, but I have a skill, but not really a side hustle because I'm not really based like doing it. Except there is an occasion that calls for it. I'm a fashion designer, like I'm a fashion stylist. So I don't really like have customers or prospects in school, and I'm not actually planning to start the business really fully like that in school. Except maybe my family, we have an occasion and it demands that I make clothes for them, or there's somebody that has an audition and needs my family member, and needs my help to style for the audition or any program. That's when so I don't really call it a side hustle yet. So I'm yet to start the business fully. I'm 100 level, so I want to get familiar with the things, and like I've really like in a way learn some things and in a way balance my things. So I'm actually planning to start soon. Though starting immediately I enter school is also about like networking. I want to like kind of generate enough network for myself, because I won't want to be a thing that I'll just go into it not knowing people fully, not having a very good network at like my present location where I am now. So most of my network before I enter school were in my area and my church, everything. So I have to like gather network, know people, get to relate with people, and then start.
Yes, I am fashion design. So it is what I've always loved to do.
I have a side also freelancing, because you are always free to do the job anytime you want. So I like the job. Designing website and web design.
Yeah, it's what I love to do. It's photography. I've not really gone deep in it, but I'm making small change.
I actually have a side also, and yes, it's what I've always loved to do. I write. I'm a content writer, so yes, it's what I've always loved to do.
Yes. About before I entered UI, University of Ibadan. So, and then after I came to school, I improved myself again during the 8-month strike. So most especially the pedicure and the manicure.
I have a side also. Yes, actually, it's much, but I quite some. I'm into fashion design presently, and I'm also an entrepreneur. I sell sneakers and wares, but I quite that for the meantime. Yeah, I can say that's majorly, and I'm trying to go into graphics design. I've actually gone into it, graphics design, 200 level. I started fashion design before school. This selling of entrepreneur, I actually learned from someone before I entered school. So when I entered school, 100 level, I started. But I stopped now because of some reasons. Graphics designing, I started last year during the 8-month strike. So I'm hoping to upgrade myself.
Yeah, I have a side also. I make shoes, and I love what I do, of course.
Yes, I have a side also, and it's what I love to do. I'm into branding of clothes, different kind of clothing like cargo pants and shirts and just that grade of clothes.
Yes, I cook. I love cooking.
Best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions. For the champion, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up. For the champ, stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Yeah, stand up for the champions. Are you a champion? No, see yourself as one. A champion who is always a champion in every situation, who is always a champion in every fit. You are a champion. So we stand up for you, champion. All right, so you heard from Nigerian student Young Minds who shared with us their side hustles for those who have and for those who do not have. And I heard some persons who said their parents do not support them having a side hustle. And I think I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it, that parents should please try and see how they can support their children to do these things that can help build them. You could also suggest some other things that you think that can help them build who they are, build their characters, build their resilience, build their strength, build their capacity and ability. Okay, something that can help them beyond the four walls of their classrooms. So side hustles are very important. Very important. We bring in those I tag studentpreneurs who have been involved in something or are presently involved in something. So they either have a business or they're pursuing their talent as a comedian and actor. Somebody who is just studying, that person is focusing on his books, studying, reading. You have some other things to do. So you know how to prioritize. You know how to balance, put everything together and make sure that nothing suffers. So your business does not suffer because of academics and your academics don't suffer because of your business. You are training yourself, because when you get out there beyond the four walls of your institution, you leave school or you graduate. Let me use that word. You graduate from school. You are going into life. So you're going to be seeing life as it is. But when you already have trained yourself while in school, it's not going to be difficult for you. It could not make it. My guests will come up next week by God's grace. I hope they will be able to make it next week too, so that they can tell us their experience so far as regards being a studentpreneur. This is just to let you know that it's not rocket science. It has been done by some persons and it will still be done by some persons. Are you taking your IT very seriously, or your CWES as the case organizations? So if you're on IT and you don't take it very seriously, I don't even know how you want to do it though. Because the reason why there are ITs in schools or CWES in schools is because they want you to know before you get out there, before you start experiencing it as a person, experience it now. So for you to know how important it is, people have been clamoring or have been trying to urge students. That's why, what's that word now? Trying to be relevant. No, these are people that are relevant. They're already relevant. They're persons who understand what it means for you to acquire skills, acquire more knowledge. It's not going to take anything away from you if you do this. You are adding to yourself. And trust me, in life, we keep learning till we die. We keep learning. Learning continues till we die. So, even when you start a career, you're on that job, you will still keep learning. There's so many things you will still learn. So why not start that learning aside just studying in school? Because we know that phase is for us to study in school and graduate. Why not just add something to it by building you as a lawyer, building you as a doctor, or building you as a business administrator or a zoologist, of which the course you're studying in school, girl, you know that you're not going to use it. So why not start doing that which it is you have in mind to do after school?
Champions for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. Funds for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Welcome back. It's Minds Connect and I-FLIER 103.3 FM Ibadan. All right, on the second segment, Education Beat, let's look at these stories in the world of education in Nigeria. Some students of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, that's Mapoli, Abeokuta, Ogun State, on Monday, that's today, gathered at the school gates to protest the hike in the acceptance fee paid by newly admitted students, among other issues. The students who trooped out to the campus gate as early as 7 a.m. were seen in their numbers holding placards with inscriptions such as "Up," among others. Men of the Nigeria Police Force were also present at the scene. According to reports gathered, that among the issues affecting the students included delay in result, shortage of staff, and increment in acceptance fee for fresh students. The Students' Union President of the institution, Babatunde Atilola, noted that the management alleged that the institution is not getting adequate subsidy from the state government, which prompted a hike in acceptance fee paid by fresh students from 35,000 naira to 50,500 naira. Atilola lamented the delay in release of results, which often lasted 1 year for a semester result to be released. This, he said, has affected the academic performances of students. He then noted that all effort made by the student body to dialogue with the Polytechnic's rector, Adeoye Odedeji, as proved abortive due to his unavailability. He, however, demanded immediate reversal of the fee and urgent release of outstanding results.
And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
The National Association of Ogun State Students has appealed to the state governor, Dakwa Abiodun, to do more in the area of payment of bursaries and scholarships for Ogun indigent students. The student body also congratulated Abiodun for his victory at the Ogun State Governorship Tribunal, while also appreciating him for his giant strides over the last 4 years. And they mentioned the fact that, the student body, mentioned the fact that across Ogun students across the country were given the opportunity across the country to extensively deliberate and intensively analyze critical issues affecting Ogun students in the country. Congratulate the governor, Dakwa Abiodun, and implored him to do more in the payment of bursaries and scholarships for Ogun indigent students. They then applauded the National Labour Congress for playing host. The Niger Delta University, Bayelsa, has mourned the death of its immediate past Vice-Chancellor and Chairman Committee of Vice-Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, Professor Samuel Edumekumo. This is contained in a statement signed by its registrar, Benjamin Joffa. According to reports, the Edumekumo died after a brief illness. The NDU in the statement described the late Edumekumo as an astute administrator and the university. The soul of Edumekumo rests in perfect peace, and also Niger Delta Varsity would be comforted.
Make way for me to stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Finally, on Education Beats and on Minds Connect this evening, the Lagos State University of Education said it has incorporated Yoruba language into its general Nigeria studies. This, the institution said, is to promote and preserve the language among students. The Vice-Chancellor of the institution, Bidemi Lafiaji Okuneye, disclosed this in Lagos. The state government had on August 8, 2018, signed into law a bill to preserve and promote Yoruba language in its tertiary institutions. The law states that the Yoruba language shall be incorporated into the GNS program of all Lagos state-owned, which was upgraded to last word, started teaching. Story goes on and on as regards the fact that last word has incorporated Yoruba language into general Nigeria studies. What do you think about incorporating Yoruba language as a general study in tertiary institutions in Nigeria? So there is general studies English, we have entrepreneurial skills, general studies for UI. I think we also have something that has to do with something related to computer. I can't remember, but I know Agric. We still have something related to Agric for GNS or GES, general studies. So should Yoruba language also be incorporated as a general study or to be included with other general studies in a tertiary institution? This is another question to also think about and talk about.
For the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself.
I'm the best my generation ever seen. I came suddenly, I be like Nepa Bill. I never since, I never miss. I've been smashing, I've been killing everything. From Ikeja to Ojuwe, Leta Beach, to the many places that I've never been. Remember this, I'm a king, I'm a legend in the making, I'm a champion. Remember this.